Hey, what's up, Robert? Thanks for stopping by. Since there's so many streamers on, you don't have to worry about sticking around here. Just wanted to get some work done today since I'm recovering from being a little ill. Didn't stream yesterday. Ooh, forgot to turn this on.
We're going ballistic, man.
There we go.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Oh man, that's a good one. Alright, we got the closed captioning officially turned on. We're doing no webcam today, staying on brand. We're doing no webcam today. It's a very casual stream. Didn't want to have to worry about having the webcam on, setting things up in the background. Since it is the weekend, wife's gonna be walking around, there's gonna be laundry or chores or whatever being done, so no need for the webcam. Instead, you just see a goose in a frame. That's what you get. I wish I had a colored background next time. Hopefully you had a good week. It sounded like you had a very busy Friday. That goose isn't cage free. He is not. He's trapped in a box. Probably not up to code to California standards either. Alright, let's make sure. Yeah, very ready for some chill this weekend. Nice. And this rest of your week too. It's gonna be just doing whatever you want / helping out the fam, right? Alright, let's do some Docker stuff. Make sure we're in here. Wait, we don't want to do this. Bundle exec guard. Wait, hold on. I hate how Hyper does that thing. Rails env equals test. Make sure we have that going. Yeah, PTO recovery week. Getting my life together. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I was gonna start earlier this morning too. I woke up and then I had a headache and I was like, nope. That's a big old nope for trying to stream early. Alright, let's try running some tests, make sure that's up and running. We're still missing some dashboard tests. We can add a simple dashboard controller test real quick. Although, let me see. Dashboard index HTML. What file art is it complaining about? Spec views dashboard index HTML. Oh yeah, these are the view tests. I haven't implemented any view tests. Right. I do miss Ruby on Rails quite a bit these days. I love Ruby on Rails. Like I've done Node stuff with Node, done some stuff with Go, just playing around with stuff. And I just like Ruby on Rails. It's slick and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, people say it's not as performant, you know, for when you're scaling a project and have to do something crazy. But if you're just building a web service that just needs to do just regular API calls, CRUD, you know, or just render a website and have some backend logic, Rails does the job. Just as easily as Node can do the job, if not easier. All right. I guess we'll leave the view tests for later. What we want to do is I still want to kind of finish. We'll leave that for later. I want to start looking into some of the features for the for basically adding more controls or the speech to text. So we do have localhost up and running still. Yeah. Okay. So it's running there. It's working over here. Good stuff. So let's start looking up the documentation. I'll use the command to pull the documentation over here. And then we can just do that to follow along. So speech synthesis access. So speech recognition. Let's go into speech recognition. So speech recognition has a language attribute, returns and sets the language of the current speech recognition. That's, if not specified, this defaults to the HTML lang attribute value. That's on the DOM. User agent language setting, that isn't either. So basically this helps the speech recognition library better understand what language you're talking, what language you're speaking. And right now, I believe I might have this hard coded to English. Yeah, English US. Yeah, right there. So I was just taking a moment to look at the other code. So yeah, so we want to start work. So we want to actually try adding this setting in now. And then we can start looking at the other settings we can potentially add to the speech recognition. But language, I feel like, is one of the more important things, so that we can have support for other people that speak other types of languages. So let's try clicking on that and see what we get. Language properties recognition, yeah, so we know about that. And we already have that code. DOM string represents language, the BCP47 language tag for the current speech recognition. This code was taken from the example. That's where they're setting it. So BCP, so a DOM string using the BCP language tag for the current speaker recognition. Okay, so let's look up what this BCP language tag is. Is there anywhere else that this might be documented? Use speech recognition in app, you need to specify Firefox. So this is the Firefox permission stuff, but Firefox doesn't have an easy UI to do this, so we're gonna leave out Firefox for now. And target, I guess let's go back to the speech recognition. Whoops. Back to speech recognition. So yeah, nothing about the language. Let's see over here. Ooh man, this is like the straight up doc proposal for the spec. Adding language tags. Is there a list of the language tags in this? Let's do a search for EN-US. So here are some of the languages. Go a little bit lower. No. Let's see if we can get a more complete listing of the language tags. Tag list. Let's see. So I think this is what you were looking at earlier. Let's just tab that real quick. Language tags for HTML and XML on the W3C consortium. XML. Okay, so language defined by that standard. Use the tags. Use a language tag. Constructing language tag. I just want a list of the possible language tags so I can make an array or something like that. And the overall language of the page. Languages. All tags the following type. Yeah, crud. Oh no. Why can't I just get like a nice clean... There's a goose in the cam. There is. Watch out. Watch out. What's up, Doom Wolf? Let's see, so HTML tag. HTML language tag list. This is the declaring one. See what did they call it again? Defaults to the HTML language attribute. Why is there CC on the screen now? Because that's the extension, my friend. We managed to release it to the channel, so we're continuing work on the extension, but that is what we're working on. Let's see. Oh, wait. I don't have to type this whole thing out. I got the, Come on. There we go. I had to refresh the token. So, let's see. Special language. So, speech range. So, representing the BC for language, the current speech recognition. The BC47 language tag. List. So we're trying to go through here. Let's see. What is this right here? The parse and stringify the BC47 language tags. So parse stringify. So here's the usage. BC47 parse that. So doc. I just want a complete list of possible language tags. Obsolete. That's not good. Maybe this? Maybe that. We'll just keep on going through tabs and. Language codes. It's my first time dealing with the language in this way. So I am definitely just wandering until I find something that's good. This one, you know what? Oh, let's see. I think this is the one that was labeled obsolete. Yeah, language tags obsolete. Womp womp. I don't even see English US here. Yeah, I guess we won't worry about that. This is the spec we were already looking at. So EN-US, the language subtag, the terminology used. First to the specific section of tag delimited by a hyphen, such as the H, the N. Use the standards. So, prefix. Prefixes and prefix values were needed. It would be spent. Okay. Similarly, so. English with the features generally thought of characters in the United States and Canada. See, I need a list. I just want a simple list. English check variants. Why you do me like this? How about this? Speech, recognition, language, list. JS, speech recognition, language list. All right, let's see. So this is demos. No, okay. No, we're already well beyond that. Speech recognition, JavaScript, and WebAssembly. What? Speech recognition library for running entirely in a web browser does not require Flash or any browser plugins. Okay, good open source speech recognition written in C and JavaScript WebAssembly. Oh well, you don't need that. List. Oh, here we go. We got a checkbox. It's okay, so if it is not published, okay. If it is not published, we can try at least to figure this out. Let me put this table from the beginning and we'll refine it if someone has more information, taking the assumption that supported languages shall be similar to those supported by voice search that Google uses standard language codes. Okay, I've looked up the language as supported by the voice search. Found the language search here on the language settings page here, edited it, and so I've experimented with the back and voice recognition service. I've run a series of tests that I passed the same English speech sample to the API, but specify different dialects every time. It looks like the language is not supported. The recognition falls back to US, English US. If a dialect is not supported, or doesn't exist, return falls back to the main dialect. Again, English US. The main dialect can be specified just as part of the identifier. So main dialect can be specified just as first part of the identifier. Ooh. DSP is love. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Goose Nest on this chill weekend stream. Greatly appreciate it. If you got any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. We're currently working on the closed captioning you see on the screen, adding more features as we build it out. Right now, it's only available on this channel. And gives some results. The same result. Recognition for languages like Chinese, Japanese gives results in English, different from Ian though, which is strange. Probably the sample is different very much from the Chinese and other. That out. I treat a dialect as supported if recognition gives different results from Ian US. The main dialect language is still verify when the legend. So most of all supported because the test gives over result different from the main dialect. Absent on Wikipedia, but most of all supported because test gives results from Ian US main dialect. Most of all supported because it's listed in Wikipedia, but test on the sample gives results identical to the main dialect, so either not listed. Okay, so we want plus and period plus, it looks like. That's what we're dealing with for support. And this guy went above and beyond. So will the supported languages be the same as the Android voice recognition service? According to new sources on the Internet Speech and PM to use private Google's endpoint, so the recognition is done on Google servers. It's my assumption that it would be logical, so the Arabic ones all sound the same to me. Okay. This guy went and did a mapping between the different languages, which is cool.
We're going ballistic, man. Go get him.
No cam D, riot.
D colon, oh no cam. What's up, Boop? No cam today. It's chillin' here. I ain't camming today. How you doing, Boop? I'll be able to use this list and then refine it. So let's try doing that. Yep, no cam. We chillin'. Also found this list, which is probably more current. Cloud Google speech to text. Interesting. I wonder if this is the same service. You can try using this list. No cam, that's toxic. You requesting a cam, that's toxic. Yeah. Can a guy just not cam for a day? So toxic, man. All right, let's make a file. How do we want to do this? I didn't alias the eggs command, it's just points. I wasn't in the mood to alias it. Language. List. Language dash list dot JS. Whoa. That is not. How's life, Boop? How you be? Let's see. Language underscore list. I think this is going to be in the global scope if I do this. You can double check. Oops, I don't want to inspect source. I just want to do this. Yeah, there it is. Language list. Boom. I'm doing pretty good. I was a little sick for the past couple days, so I didn't get to stream yesterday, so I wanted to stream today, get some stuff done for the project. Let's see. So I'm not sure if the speech to text is actually going to display in the native tongue the text. It's just going to recognize, I think. Project indeed. Project indeed. All right, so we got a comprehensive list of what works theoretically. Particularly, for example, English may either be represented by American English or British English, speech to text recognition, speech language. So, I mean, it's really cool that this guy went through this, but this is a pretty old answer, and this new one actually has the list of it. So, we'll try using this guy. I wonder if we should actually, should we put this in the JavaScript or should this live in the Ruby code? Actually, I'm gonna put this in the Ruby code for now. We're not going fancy JavaScript stuff. So let's create go into dashboard helper. And then language underscore list. I was looking up how to format. I need to try to configure prettier to format stuff. You can get Robocop to do it for me, actually. Bundle exec Robocop dash A. Oh, what? You get a bundle install? Rubo. Oh no, I don't. See if this is gonna work. Curious. It's taking a while, unfortunately. Corrected a bunch of stuff. 57 offenses. Uh-oh. 57 offenses and 13 corrected. Oh, this is the new work I was doing, maybe. Or is it this guy? That's the offender. Might be this guy, that's the offender. See, so if I move this guy down this way, move that over, do that one more time. Let's see. A bunch of stuff was corrected, but then all this is stuff under all cops. So Ruby using 4.5 parser, configure using Ruby target version. Unexpected token, semicolon. Yeah, it's because this is JSON, not Ruby. That's why it's complaining at us. Yeah, so we'll see if this works. Speech to text. Now I'm starting to wonder if this should be in the Ruby code. Well, let's make some UI elements for this. The views, use dashboard. So here we are. So here is our label for the on and off switch. So here's our row. So we want to create a new form row, I think. Let's see. I guess we, hold on, let's see. Controls, we just want to make a new, we want to keep this here, so this takes up a whole column. So we just got to make another of these guys. Language. And then let's just try printing out what our helper. So we created a helper and we called it language list. Let's see what that prints out. If it prints out anything at all. Define local variable language list. I spell it right? But where is the goose? I know, I'm taking a casual stream today. Being extra lazy. No cam. Save the wife from not being able to walk in and out of the room and stuff like that without any worries or making any noises. How you doing, Clark? Interesting. I mean, language list is present, just like this guy. There's a function called let me see. Let me see something here. Yeah, that's it right there. Let's, okay then, we'll just do this. Hey, Klein, what's up? Good evening. You see a Rails application for your eyes? Yes, you do. Hey. Let's see. Strange. I'm not sure why this is not grabbing that. Theme, font. I need to do all those things, actually. Thank you for reminding me. I always forget which commands to do. I'm gonna do it right now. So this one's Night Owl. So let's see. So theme is so commands, add theme using Night Owl theme for VS Code because it's nice for red, green, color blind people. Not blind people. Can't spell. Alright, where's the... Is there a hard link to this? Yeah, there is. There we go. Boom. The live caption extension? Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're still working on it. We're still doing that grind. So editor, let's go ahead and add editor. Even though it's kind of obvious. Champ. Visual. I guess I should be Visual Studio. Code. Champ. There we go. Not seeing the extension. I think it's something to do with a bit of Twitch TV settings. Almost done for today. Heading to be here soon. Guy found nasty memory leak. Writing 500 lines of code. Ooh, that's a nasty memory leak. All right. Yeah, them disabled. I know it's pretty good. It's pretty spot on for using Google's speech to text recognition service, and it's pretty fast because it's using Google's backend server to quickly send over the voice, and then it sends it back, apparently. So, and it's pretty fast. Sometimes it mispronounces or mistranslates stuff, and it leads to very funny results because of that. Oh, you know why this is probably not working is because the environment is not refreshing. My dev environment's not refreshing. I need to figure that out. So we're over here. So touch temp restart txt. All right, so the server should be refreshing. Okay, that's what we expect. Syntax errors galore. Let's see JSON to Ruby hash. So can we quickly convert this? I guess I could just do a JSON parse or something. Maybe. Yeah, let's just do a simple JSON parse. JSON parse. Actually, let's do %w. I think this will work also. I recently learned about using %w over just regular quotes in Ruby, so hopefully this works well. I might complain about JSON parse. I forget if it's gonna include it or not. Well, I need to look into having the environment refresh when I change files. I guess we'll do that next because it's kind of annoying. Conversion of array into string. Oh, because this is an array. Let's see. Was it W or was it S? This is something I just learned, so I gotta remember it. I think I have it, an example on one of my specs. No, that's not there. Here? No. Here. No. Here. Here. It's nowhere. Oh. Oh, I'm already importing these helpers. What? Version of rain equal conversion of array. How's your day, Klein? Since your day is almost over for us. I thought I had an example. Maybe that was at work that I did that. Let's see, Ruby multi-line string. Doo-doo. No, this isn't the thing. Is this it? Oh, it's %q. Or percent this. Ah, okay, so it was Q. It wasn't W. W is for arrays. Q is for that. I can do that again. I can close this. I can close this. Quite good. Published a new major version of a node package I wrote. Tried TypeScript for the first time, and using it to compile CommonJS and ES modules. It was a nice weekend task. Well, that sounds awesome. I'm all right. Recovering from being sick. It's a lazy day. It's a 1:40 p.m. Wanted to do some work, so that's what we're doing. Okay, cool. So we got that JSON converted and into array. Got it into a syntax that Ruby would like, and then we'll use that to build out some form fields and stuff like that. So yeah, my day's just getting started, so stream for a little bit and then go and eat some breakfast or lunch, I guess. Controls. I guess we should make a new section just for settings, is what I'm thinking. Oh, let's go ahead and delete this. I still haven't mocked up what the actual UI is gonna be for this, so bear with me in the horrendous UI. Right now, this is MVP UI. At a classic 2 p.m. lunch as well. Lunch equals breakfast. So I'll just make a settings section. And then leave that alone for now. I forget, is this gonna work? Is this gonna refresh? So that refreshed the UI. So the problem is that, so it's refreshing the HTML, but the helpers and the controller changes aren't causing the Rails app to refresh. Rails, let's see, Rails, refresh on controller helper. It's not reload on controller helper changes, but it's not relevant. So update, this problem does not exist. Let's see, so I had the same issue with Rails where you get Ubuntu, none of the solutions above work, my guess. My guest and host times are synced. The only thing that worked for me was to comment out the following line. Was for me to comment out the following line from, thought I would post the same, someone else. So we need to do a file watcher check, it looks like. So it's a common, I guess this is a common issue with Docker. Config dev. So let's see, there's the watcher. So use an evented file watcher to synchronize the tech changes on source code. This gem depends, this feature depends on the listen gem. So he said that the comments the same problem. I also remove the gem listen, the gem file. This one did. You should check if you're really running application development mode rather than production. Also check config. I know I'm running in development mode. At least I believe I'm running in development mode. Yeah, we're running in development. Here's an answer to the Rails tracker. Usually you must synchronize time between the host and the client due to some changes. Let's see if there is, so we know that potentially commenting that out would work. Let's see if there's an actual kind of like Docker solution. Refresh, reload, controller, Docker. There we go. So you should create a volume that maps to your localhost source code with the same code located inside the Docker in order for, here's an example. I already have that. We are doing a volume mount. At least this is, so this guy's giving a Python example. Map the current directory to place with Docker file. Change the config file watcher to active support file update checker. New Docker file. So we're doing the volume mounting. Yeah, that's not an issue. Development file watcher for this. This would do polling mechanism instead. Oh. He was here earlier. But he hasn't materialized. Maybe I didn't say Docker enough. It's like Beetlejuice. You know, Beetlejuice, he's got to say it 3 times for him to appear. If you haven't figured out Robert Table's amount. Let's say, so file update checker. So let's see if this actually works. Okay, let's restart the server again so it actually picks up the new environment configuration options. And then we'll do a smoke test for this. And if this works, then I'm gonna make a note of this. All right, so the environment reloaded. Let's go ahead and do a smoke test for the dashboard helper. Yeah, so touch temp restart. So Rails is set up to do a file listener basically. So it'll look at the file system, and if it sees that either the touch in the temp directory, a restart file is created, then it'll restart the environment or reload the environment, or if the updated at timestamp changes, it'll reload the environment. So it's yeah, instead of having to bring down the whole server in order to restart it, just doing that temp restart will say like, oh, next time a request comes in, just reload the entire Rails environment again. And I think that actually works technically in production too. So like if you do because in production it's not going to listen to file changes and stuff like that because everything's cached, all the classes and everything like that. So if you had to do a hotfix in production and just straight up SSH into the machine and comment on a line of code inside the controller or somewhere in the code, you would have to do the temp restart in order for it to pick it up instead of having to do a full deploy process. Of course, that's like super janky hotfixing, but if you really need to get in there and make an update, that's the way to do it before, like, if it's just completely trashing the system. All right, let's just try creating a smoke test. Let's make a smoke definition, and we'll just say works. And then over here, let's just call that method smoke. So we created that smoke helper function, and it should print out it works. Let's refresh. Okay, it worked. Okay, so let's make a note of that. So I have my handy dandy OneNote open already. So Rail notes. So where do I want to put this under? I have AWS lessons. I guess I'll put it under Rails notes. That's it. I guess I'll put it under. I'll just put a new refresh issue. My job at uni involves Ruby on Rails, but I have yet to accept the fact that explicit returns a thing that exists in Ruby. How often I have to put a logger statement at the end of the methods, and I wonder why the heck everything breaks. Hey, J Marcello. Thank you very much for follow. Welcome to the Goose Nest. But yeah, the implicit return can get you. Especially when you don't format things well, especially like in if statements, because whatever returns back from an if statement, it'll return to if and else. And that gets you sometimes, even at work, sometimes it gets a certain developer because if it doesn't match that, if it doesn't pass that if statement check, it'll just like return this garbled stuff depending on what the result is. But thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Goose Nest. If you got any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the stream. So using Rails for Docker development, I came across a problem where the Rails environment UV would not refresh the controller. Would not detect controller model helper changes and not refresh the cache of known methods. In order to fix this, you have to go to do the following. Yeah, I'm trying to be a good developer now and make notes for myself, because I'll do these things and then I'll completely forget. So let's see, copy relative path, go to let's grab this, find change to this will change the file of the launcher to do polling checks for file changes for us. It's a good habit to have a section in README of the aforementioned node package, how to update this package just for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get really good. Like, I'm just trying to get better. So I guess it's technically, I started doing this before the New Year's, but you know, so I guess it's kind of like a New Year's resolution habit that I'm trying to build, where I want to just start taking more notes for everything. I'm taking notes in regards to when I'm reading books and stuff like that. So I have a Safari Books Online subscription, so I have a lot of ebooks I can read for reading. So what I've been doing is I will actually either take a whole screenshot of the book, or I will take croppings of the book. So I guess for these Rails notes, like, these are all notes. 640 by 480. Nice one. That's Sakilo. So yeah, so like, this book was a book about Rails for stuff. So like, I took screenshots of, for this one, this whole chapter was good, so I took an entire screenshot of it and then I wrote notes all over it in different sections. And then, like, you know, here for production logging, so I took different screenshots of different sections of books that could be useful. Here's a section on Rails testing, so like, I have a bunch of screenshots of a bunch of helpful stuff on here. The only downside to doing screenshots is that you can't do explicit searching for, obviously, the text in here. So if I wanted to search for stuff, I would have to look for I have to basically name the titles and descriptors good. That's what I'm trying to do, take good notes. And yeah. Yeah, and then I'm using OneNote to do it, because I actually bought a Surface Go. So instead of buying like an iPad or something like that, I actually bought a Surface Go because I wanted a mini PC that was like a tablet. And Surface Go was nice and cheap. It was on sale at Costco, and I got one of those. All right, so we solved that refresh issue. So we got that out of the way. I'm happy. All right, we can let's delete this boilerplate commenting. What's up, Sakilo? How you be? All right, so let's start looking into trying to make a form. Be chilling? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Actually getting a little warm in the room. Probably because I'm streaming during the daytime. Laptop's getting slow and annoying, weak battery in particular. Why can't they live for like more than 3 years? Oh man. You can't replace, well, yeah, after 3 years, a laptop starts getting really slow. But can you replace the battery at least? All right, so we're gonna look at, you did replace the battery, oof. Gonna look at forms. So let's try building out, I guess we can try building out form fields and stuff like that. So let's try actually just making a drop down real quick, just to see how that works. So let's see, so switches, text input, selectors. So you want to use a selector, select input. Select allows you to select allows the user to input specific options to make sure you wrap it in an input field in the proper alignment. There we go. Here's a select field. Oh, these are all the language examples. It's not really better, so there must be something other at fault. Oh man, yeah, I hate how laptops just break. I don't know, it's like that's like the one thing the computer companies have, hardware companies have over us, is like you can't build your own laptop. And if you did, it'd be like this monstrosity of a thing. So how are we, let's see, how am I going to, see what type of, okay, so they do have this type of option, grouped option type stuff, option group, okay. So we'll take this example of option grouping. The original manufacturer offered to repair it for the price for which I can buy a new. Oh God. Yeah, I bought a the Microsoft Surface Book, so I'm hoping that's gonna last for a little bit because we needed a new laptop, and I decided to go with the Surface Book instead of getting another Mac. Because I don't know, I thought it's a very practical computer. I actually like the news. I actually like where Microsoft is going with their products. Yeah, I used to have a Mac actually, and Macs, unfortunately, at least the newer Macs, I'm finding don't last forever. The past 2 refreshes aren't that good, and the hardware isn't that good. I don't know, they've done something to the Macs. I don't know, something's different, like web development, or just not the web development, but just development on a Mac doesn't feel the same anymore. And with the Windows subsystem for Linux that's available on Windows 10, it actually makes development on a Windows machine really good. And then I enjoy developing on Docker also, so that helps a bit too. Visible blue meshy spots. Ugh, yeah, and just performance in general. Just something seems super off with it. All right, let's just refresh this UI. What? Okay, so something didn't stick. Okay, close these guys. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter if I didn't close that. Let's close this. Why didn't options group work? Am I missing like an import or something like that? So let's see. So allow your, remember that this is a jQuery. Oh, it's a jQuery plugin. You must initialize the select element as shown below. In addition, you need to separate a call for dynamically generate select elements, and your page regenerates. Or with jQuery. Okay, here we go. This is what we can do. Interesting, I've heard the newer ones tend to have display issues due to opening and the lid pulling some wires taut. So you dev using WSL, how is that? I've always been curious about full-time work would be with Windows Box. So WSL is pretty good. There is still some things that are lacking because you don't have a Linux kernel. So certain dependencies won't build properly. But in terms of web development, I find that it's pretty spot on. You can install your, Node, Go, just all those languages. I find that most of it works fine. Things get a little weird when you're trying to do. Things will get very weird when you're trying to do application development like Android development, because your whole WSL environment is like configured for Java and stuff like that, but then the applications that run on your desktop are interfacing with PowerShell and stuff like that. So sometimes it leads to a little bit difficulty with dealing with that layer. Yeah. But overall, I do most of my development in the WSL environment, with the exception of Docker. Docker lives outside of WSL, and you just use the standard PowerShell. Although WSL can call executables, so you can run Docker from WSL environment, but you're technically calling a Windows executable, so you have to do like docker-compose.exe or docker exe and stuff like that. I guess we'll throw this in here. I do have the modal in here, don't I? Yeah, there it is right there. What's that? All right, let's see if this works. Just started applying for friend and jobs, so luckily as far as away as possible from native app development. OWS would probably be fine for me. But TBH and cuts that aside with working with Ubuntu. I mean, yeah. music library / player, everything browser based, right? You have a problem with the Git version mismatches between command line and VS Code? Actually, no, I don't. I think I remember running into that when I was playing with it. I've never had any issues with mismatching. sometimes it'll take a little bit for so I found that if you have a lot of changes in your source tree, and you make commits to the command line or through some other application, sometimes VS Code will have issues picking up the fact that you've staged or commit those changes. I've encountered that before. But for the most part, for smaller changes, like, you know, there's only 9 files changed, it'll pick it up and it knows. Okay. You have lots of music files and stuff like that, yeah. I don't have a lot of music files. I have a lot of music for the stream downloaded. So the playlist needs to be on shuffle, by the way. Oop. Yeah, I have a lot of music downloaded for the stream, but I have iTunes Music, so I just stream all my, or Apple Music. I just stream all my music normally. Why? Let's see. Options is not defined. Oh, yeah, duh. Of course options is not defined. There are no options right now. Let's see, what would the options be? Ask options object to select the drop down initialization. Let's see, options. Oh, is multiple wrapper, select wrapper, drop down UI event, input. Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, there we go. Nice. A Plexer for your music. That's an interesting idea, actually. Have a Plex host for all your music, and then just connect to your Plex server from your machine. But I guess it's not an option if that's your work computer. Well, I guess you can remote host, but then that's taking up bandwidth and all type of stuff. All right, so let's see. So yeah, Plex server works great at home. Once you're at work and you want to listen to your library and you're using Ubuntu, then that's when things get a little dicey. Okay, so let's try actually generating the options that we would have for this. So let's put the helper over here, and let's try figuring out how to generate the option inputs. So language list. So we have these titles. So we have a bunch of keys, and each one of these keys has additional values to that. So the key would be the label here, and then the options would be the array of items here. So option groups. We'll do a helper method to fetch the option groups. Let's make language list actually private. Music B. I never heard of that. Music B, which is by far the best music library out there. I should have to try that. I was using Groove for a little bit, but then a Windows update happened, and then Groove lost my entire library. Or I guess because I'm technically playing it to my Google Drive, so maybe that's why it like disconnected. The music B. Oh, look. Oh, that's really pretty. All right, have that in a tab. I'm ready for that. Okay, so option groups, language list. I forget the methods we have available to us for a hash. Let's look up Ruby hashes. I think we can just fetch the keys. I always have to make sure that yeah, so it's just keys. And then def option. Language option groups. Language options. I just noticed Twitch extension seems to run entirely independent from the stream, so when the video stream stops shortly due to internet issues, the extension might still work, hence people can still read what you say. That's pretty super cool. Oh yeah, that's nice. Actually, that's actually really good that it works that way. So cool. Yeah, since the extension, I guess since the extensions aren't dependent entirely on the video feed itself, the only thing that could happen is that the HLS setting would probably drift, but I guess once you restart the stream, it'll fix that. But that's really cool that if something happens, they can at least see the text still coming in. So that we get the language option group, so that gives us the keys, and then from there, and then we can do language option. I guess we can pass in the key, and then we get the language list. What we can do is we can try caching this list. I think I can do this. I think that's it. So if a list doesn't exist, then it does this equals, and then it assigns it to this, which I think is basic. I mean, I guess we no need to get super fancy with our code. So list like this. So basically that's what we're gonna do. So we don't have to keep on parsing every time we call language list. I guess technically we are getting the language options. Let's see. How do we want to do this? It's been a while since I've done anything with Java, but ask away. Maybe we can help you through it. Let's see. So we're putting this guy into here. So we're gonna loop through and try to generate language option groups. So we get a group.
I feel the need
Oh,
for speed.
iCoac main Yehoah? Ooh man, that's a complicated one. Thank you very much for follow. Welcome to the Goose Nest. If you got any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the stream. Hang out and enjoy the stream. Okay, so let's just try generating just the option groups like this. So group. Let's see what this does. So expected helper syntax error. I screw something up. Or is it just a syntax error because of the way I did it? Might be because of the way I did it. Let's just get rid of the fancy and go with the plain. Okay, there you go. So we can see that we did the loop and we have these titles for the various languages. Now we have to start filling in the options. Yeah, sometimes exactly, Klein. Okay, so now that we have the option groups, we want to do another for loop, kind of looping through, and then just generate out the options for each one. So now that we have the language options, we pass in the group, and then we get the language. And then for this, we want the value will be that guy. So it would be the second value in the array, language. We can probably actually, I forget what I don't think the Rails helpers help us with this though, now that I think about it. Because this is like a custom form. Form helpers. So we have text field label helpers, but for, let's see, is there one for options? Sounds good, just junk. Alright, let's see. Do we have any good form helpers to help us out with this? So there is the select tag stuff. There we go. Options for select. This is the stuff we need. Hell yeah. So instead of looping through like this, we can do this. So this will be an array. Yeah. So this is already formatted exactly the way we want it. So language options, and then you pass in the group. So that should return back the groups like this, and then it expects the label and the value. So it returns like that. Oh, hell yeah. Is there any special classes we have to apply to the option? No, you don't. What am I working on? I am working on the extension that you see currently over the video right now, the closed captioning that you're seeing. We're working on that extension, and we'll be working on it for a while now, for a bit, for probably like another month at least. And we're just building out the features for it. So it does very rudimentary stuff. All we can do is turn it on and off. Right now we're working on the language selector portion of it. So you can select what dialect you're speaking, so it can better detect how to translate your speech. That's what we're doing. So language group. So I think this will just, fingers crossed, work.
I feel the need.
The need
for
speed. Ow! Thank you very much, Just Junk. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Goose Nest. If you got any questions, comments, anything like that, let us know. Otherwise, just chill out and enjoy the stream. Okay, so here we go. We got it to generate, although why doesn't the scroll wheel work? Is there like too much data? That's kind of annoying. But we have it generating everything. It's a lot of languages. Let's see, Algeria, Jordan. South Africa. Mexico. Yeah. Opt groups. Why is it called opt group for some reason? Is it because I have to like do a title? Oh, maybe because we need to do a label. That could be the reason why. I think there is a Rails helper for labels. I've been so deep in React that I don't even remember everything that Rails offers. Label tag. Yeah, there it is right there. Label tag. What does it, let's see, 4. The select. Okay. ID equals language select. So this is for language select. I guess we'll just say language. It is a select field, so it's just language. And then select. Yeah. Select your language. There we go. Select your language. It's weird how it does this little, like, there needs to be like some sort of padding because the container cuts into the title bar, which is annoying.
We're going ballistic, man. Go get him.
Hey, Spencer, what's up? Thank you very much for the sub, your Twitch Prime sub at that. You can use your Twitch Prime sub anywhere, like a certain British streamer that we know, but you used it here. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Let's get some hypers in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like programmers are too ethical and moron, just trying to cheat on a test. Oof. That's a thing. Well, that's a thing though. If like, yeah, everyone on the stream or even in other chats are not going to help you, because if you legitimately want to be a programmer, cheating ain't gonna get you anywhere fast. You need to know your shit as a programmer, and especially when you get that job interview. And if you cheat your way through the classes only get harder, and you're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot, basically. You're forced to shut. That is, I know. I've had to do the same thing too. I had a shitty teacher. I had several shitty teachers. I had to drop classes because of shitty teachers. It's just a matter of fact. I hate it. It sucks that I had to pay for a class that I had to drop because of a shitty teacher, but it's just is. It's just the way it is. And trust me, you don't want to get caught cheating either, because it's better to have a shitty class and drop it than get caught cheating and being suspended. You can't drop it though. Yeah, I've been there. I have 100% been there, unfortunately. I feel like, I'm not sure if everyone else has been there before, but yeah, I've been there. I know there's a select helper too. Let's take a look at the select helper. Oops. But Twitch is also a good resource to go to if you just don't understand something. If you just need help, if you need help understanding something too, Twitch can go a long way. The people at Twitch are more than happy to help you with that. Select tag options with select. No, we can't do that because we have the nested stuff. All right, well, this is good. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. All right, we actually have to start creating a form though to submit our settings to. So let's yeah, let's start setting stuff up. How's your if you're still around, Spencer, how's the weekend going? Actually, let's go to the guide for unobtrusive JavaScript. Maybe that's what we'll use working with JavaScript and Rails. I wonder what's the best way to set stuff up. I guess we can create a controller and class, all that type of stuff for user for settings. So Rails generate. Going alright, lots of driving this weekend. Gotta drive an hour each way every day. Oh god. Damn. That sucks. Feels bad, man. I'm having right now I'm just having Rails render all the pages for me. But yeah, I'm having Rails do the render all the pages for me. I'm not gonna try to do SPA yet. even though I can. So I'm just trying to go minimalistic in terms of stuff. I just want if they make these settings changes, I want them to just do a AJAX request to the backend to save it. So for life gets in the way, hoping to completion by tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna I got work I have to do. I'm gonna be working on the package JSON later on tonight, or I already forget, but one of the package JSONs this weekend, or tonight, this weekend. Just sitting on the couch on my laptop working on it, most likely. So let's actually set up a controller. Actually, we want to set up. We also want to set up a scaffold. And then we'll just delete the views because we just want the controller. Actually, what options do we have for scaffold? Oops, don't do that. All right, people hitting the blanket. Good night, good evening. All right, man. Thank you very much for hanging out, Klein. Greatly appreciate the company. Have a good night. I'll see you on the streams later on. I guess we'll just generate scaffold and then delete what we don't need. Scaffold. The scaffold will be stream settings. Pretty much how with the other monitor. The way I like, the way I end up doing things too is I'll just I actually just do all my stuff in Slobs itself, and I open up the element inspector and I pixel push that way, so I can get almost exactly the way it's supposed to be. The only time it makes it difficult is for font and stuff like that, which is what you doing the Photoshop stuff is great for. You get all the proper font values. Let's see, scaffold, stream settings. Language is a string. I guess the first setting we have is language, and then user link reference. For the PS, gotcha. I think it's reference that we do, reference or references. Let's look it up to make sure. Rails tutorial. Rails, oh yeah, it's Rails G scaffold. It's either reference or references. Oops. There it is. Yeah, references. Yeah, we're doing this reference because we want to associate this stream settings with the user. So a user will have stream settings. And the first value we'll have is language, and then we'll expand on the model later. All right, what did it bitch about? Let's say track. I did error. Oh. Cannot load file SAS CSS. Do I have like an include somewhere from porting over to the new SAS library that's screwing everything up? Let's see. Because there's a deprecation warning for one of the gems or Ruby on Rails. Do a bundle exec. Maybe. Same thing. So let's see, so kernel. Look at what's going on here. The active support into Bootsnap, into Realties, into 4. Yeah. Gems, active support, and then into the kernel. So it happens on the CSS, on the SAS file. Rails. Let's see. Not sure, but I'll fix. Just saying I carried the same problem with Google. It took me a place better to this generated. If I saw this, share workaround. Debugging SAS files generated. So it's a configuration, it looks like. That's... I don't see any other helpful. Let's see. See there, I mean, that's fine. You want to avoid generating default CSS files when scaffold new source. I mean, that, we could just do that. Just avoid generating any new CSS files altogether as a workaround. But that don't seem that good. I guess for the workaround for now, we'll avoid generating SAS files. Hopefully that doesn't screw things up later on when we're actually doing development. So default apps, scaffold CSS file. So scaffolding and resources can be disabled with scaffold style sheet this. So config generators. Where do we put this? I guess we'll put this in configs. So many files. see, initializers. Assets. All right, apparently copy and paste didn't copy and paste. Thank you. Mostly just put this in the application, Rails application itself. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Still does it. That's a precompile stuff.
Very good, you have passed your test.
Hey, Sergeant Gustav, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, we're in the application RB and we're saying scaffold. We're saying false. Let's destroy. Was it destroy? I thought it was destroy. Oh wait, maybe it's... Well, let's go. Ooh, you passed your React test. Nice, yeah. Show and tell time, please do. Rails destroy, why is it still...
System upgrade complete.
Did it not? Oh, I guess first let's check if it actually... So it did generate some... So it did generate the stuff. Oh well, I need to spell destroy correctly. How about that? So it still just complete craps out on the SAS part, which is annoying. Take a look and see. React assessment. Hello, Gooseman. I'm Gustav. What up? How you doing? Oh, gotta add that. How you doing? Nice, dude. Super cool. Great work. Clean and simple. I guess the last thing to scaffold is the SAS. We'll just... Hey, what? It worked. It worked this time. What? I am thoroughly confused now, but it worked. All right, well, that's a load off in terms of other stuff, so... we want to get rid of some stuff now. Let's see, I don't care about the style sheets. Let's go into views. We don't care about, well, I guess Stream settings form. That does make sense. Although we don't care about these HTML views. Because this is gonna live elsewhere. That form partial works. What's this right here? Oh, that's the JBuilder stuff. Alright, we can close that. You can use what do you call it? The ampersand syntax for spaces, or you can do style sheets to add some padding. I forget the exact space ASCII. Is it ASCII space? It's not ASCII space, it's HTML codes. Here we go. So you could do this HTML code for space to add a space and it won't skip over it. Or you could just add some padding and padding or margin to space them out just a little bit in the CSS, and that'll work too. So we'll delete that index. We don't need that. So these are all the spec tests. We don't care about specs right now. Close configs, close specs. We're not looking at that right now. Helpers, settings. Where am I? I don't know where I'm at. There we go. So we deleted the views. We'll have to delete the, actually we have to delete the RSpec tests for the views, or else our app is gonna explode. Yeah. I have to remember what the configuration is for not using certain controller tests. I'm gonna have to clean up these controller tests too a little bit later. Game settings. Let's delete that. So we generated out a controller that we're gonna save. Oh, actually, we should probably run our migration rate db migrate. Oh, what's going on here? And if I'm at the references, reference. Uh-oh. Did I accidentally chop off the, yeah, I did. F. How's that gonna affect the model? Stream settings. F's in the chat. Let's try regenerating this thing then. Roy. I know I just deleted a bunch of stuff. We'll just delete stuff later and leave things as they are. There we go. There. That's what I want to see. run the migration so we have the data, so we have the table set up. So yeah, so you can see that stream settings belongs to a user. And then stream settings controller. And then we have our stream settings controller. I won't have an index. We do want to authenticate, so I think, I forget if we're authenticating all the endpoints. I don't think we are. So, application controller. Oh, okay. It's a dashboard controller. Yeah, before action authenticate. So we definitely want to authenticate if they're going to be hitting these endpoints. We don't need a new page. We're not going to do an edit page, I don't think. We are going to have a create endpoint and an update endpoint, I believe. Show. You're not going to have a show page either. No destroy. User ID is not permitted because user ID it skips over that. Ugh. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, you can just add a little bit of padding. So yeah. Yeah, you should be able to go into here real quickly. Oh, man, this. There. And then just on the eye itself, you can add a class. You can add a new class and just add some padding. I guess you could just do a padding left if you wanted to. And just do like 5 pixels. Yeah, like 5 pixels is okay. All right, we are not going to render any HTML. No HTML rendering. We're only rendering JSON for this. Or maybe unobtrusive JavaScript. Fine by ID. We need to scope this to the user. So it would be, actually it'd be something like this, like current user dot stream settings dot like this. Because the current user model user should have an association. We'll have an association with So has one stream setting. Yeah, so has one stream setting should point to the stream setting for that current user. So this will return back something. Even test this out right here. So user.find user.first. Let's grab the first user, which should be me. Dot stream setting. Returns back nil. So it tries to automatically do a query to find the stream setting, but the stream setting doesn't exist. Because if we try to do, yeah, there's no stream settings. So that all makes sense. Let's actually, we can actually start writing tests and stuff like this for this too. We're creating a new stream setting. So stream setting update. I'm wondering. Let's see. So if there is no stream setting, then we do current user dot stream setting dot I think, I forget if new works. Find out. More testing for science. Equals user first. U equals stream setting dot new. There's like an alias build. Is it build stream setting? Yeah, there it is, build stream setting. And then I can pass in language. Oh, this. Hit that, okay. Hey, what's up? Andy, how's it going, my man? Spencer's lurking in here also. Build stream setting. Set stream setting params. Stream setting params. So we'll delete that because we're already aliasing it, so only for show. Create, destroy. Yeah, I'm gonna be cracking on some stuff this evening also. Wanted to get some work in for this project since I've been a little sick and couldn't stream yesterday. We're going for the lazy day stream, lazy morning, or I guess afternoon stream. All right, so stream setting, if it doesn't exist, it'll attempt to make it set stream setting. And it does the user association, because we're building it off the current user. So it tries to pull it off the current user. If it doesn't exist, then we'll build it with the parameters that is necessary for the stream setting. Tornado surface built. Ooh, sounds fancy. Yeah, at this point, everything I have to do is enhancement / UI work. Adding more features, adding more UI work. I'm gonna ask the Twitch staff about getting better rate limit on using the pub sub for the Twitch extensions, so I can speed up the amount of publishes I'm doing instead of being limited to once a second, because that'll provide a better user feedback. I have like one of those 30-minute meetings with them that they sent out that you can schedule. I set it up for next week, so I'm gonna formally ask them then. Instead of submitting it, maybe I can get it expedited or something. Basically, I have 3 services. They're currently work very independently. You need to bring those together. Gotcha. I guess that's awesome that you can have 3. I guess like the fact that you have 3 services that can be independently built and then just married together to work together is nice for productivity and in terms of getting all the feature sets out. You just gotta, like you said, you gotta coordinate. So let's see, we had the, where is it? Delete this, I don't need this either. So we already did some initial like super dumb simple UI work. We have this form helper here, but we also did some work in the index page over here for the form. So let's bring over the work we did here. For that. So the select field is language. Let's see. Let me look up the form helper again. Rails. We can get this nice and beautifully integrated with Rails. Yeah. Wonder if I can just not pass in the select field. Or options for the select field. Like tag, encapsulate the option in string. Let's try this out of curiosity. For science. So get rid of this, all this doohickey. Maybe do it like this, where it's the do. And then end it, select tag, and this is language, like that. Oh wait, this is the form helper though. Right. I copied over the wrong thing. Okay, over here, because we deleted this, so we want to render partial. We have to render stream settings form. All my knuckles. Let's see. Oh yeah, stream settings URL. Oh yeah, because we're not in the dashboard controller, we're not setting the variable that it's looking for. So from index HTML, it's looking for stream setting, and stream setting is pulled from the current user settings. Setting like that. What? Oh, this is leftover. Delete that. Model stream setting. Oh, is it because I deleted a route? Maybe because I deleted the route. Stream. Can I get you to read a text real quick? Yeah. Give me a second. All right, back. Had to read a text IRL. Sorry about that. All right, let's see. I think because we fudged some of the stuff that it's being weird. We have to get into the unobtrusive JavaScript portion of this now. Form with model. New setting. It's interesting how it's doing this.
We have brought you back to life and given you a new upgrade. Your last model had a glitch and became self-destructive. We found you in the city broken in pieces.
I shouldn't have to do this, I don't think. But it should automatically map it to a local variable, right? Stream setting.
Tell me, can you move your arms?
The method errors or nil. Alright, so that's normal, I think. Yeah, so the work we're doing over here for this doesn't make any sense. Or I had to pull over, there is no create basically for this because we're kind of combining the creation of this new model in a different view, so it's crapping out because we need to create it or build it or whatever you want to call it. Because the user is always going to have stream settings, so it's a little weird. So this helper, or this code here, for this controller, will go into the dashboard controller over here as a private. E-week. Of Neon. How's it going? If not, we build stream settings. We don't have any settings for this, so. What? Oh. So before action, we do set stream settings, so it does that for us. Where'd your face go? Packing up a pack. Seems like things working well. Yeah, it's going pretty good. But yeah, it's a lazy day weekend stream. I was feeling a little sick earlier, so no cam. Well, that was pluralized. My bad for that. So I need to fix that over here then. There we go. There we go. Although this thing's looking a little ugly. This user field stuff isn't needed. We don't want to show that stuff. 4 p.m? Gotcha. Let's see. How long have we been streaming for anyway? Streaming. 22? Alright, so probably going to be ending the stream in about 15 minutes or so. Let's see. Getting rid of the user field. Yeah, we don't want to expose the user field. Anyway. We need to get this form renderer inside of this column here. Actually, hold on, give me a second. Maybe we should just take this entire closed captioning. So lever. We should make an entire. I thought I already had made that way, but I guess not. No, it looks like I didn't. Let's create a whole new row. And I'll be contained within this form helper stuff. So controls, this is settings. And we'll delete this line right here. And we don't need this right here. here. And then we'll let this chunk of code into here. That. Indent that over a little bit. So that should start to look a little bit better, but I still think it's going to be a little bit broken. Okay. A little bit better. Okay, so we need to figure out why. I think the language option groups, the helper that I've written needs to move elsewhere. Yeah, because this is using maybe? Or is it because of the select tag? Maybe because of the select tag. Because we're not passing anything into it for rendering. As other helpers, select helpers with form builder scope to the person. This is the way I have it here. Okay, so I am following the proper syntax. Let's see, f form dot select, which do. And then that's supposed to be rendering the rest of the stuff. Might be able to comment this out right here for now. Okay, there we go. Although it is missing its label. Is there a way to specify the label on here? Alright, I guess I just gotta bring that label back in. There we go. Cool. So now we want to get this guy to submit, and we wanted to do it all Ajaxy and stuff. Form width, it helps assist the writing forms. By default, form width assumes that your form will be Ajax. You can opt out of this by doing local. Okay, so that's something new. So up here, form width local, no. So stream setting. So if I click submit, it'll try to do a call. True. So note that data remote true. Now the form will be submitted Ajax rather than the browser. I don't want to just sit there with the filled form, though. You probably will want to do something upon success. Yeah, so we can listen to the events on success. Let's just see if this actually works. Fresh. Sure, South Africa is good as anything. Click submit. So it tried to submit and it failed. We have to specify the route it needs to go to. Is most likely it. So try to do a post to. Let's see. Try to do post to the dashboard. But we wanted to do like a put, stuff like that. Might need to look up the docs for form width so we can specify the attributes. Here we go. So form width URL. Okay. Any scope prefixes the input field names. Refers both the URL and the scope. Yeah, so we need to just specify the URL. So the scope will be stream settings. So yeah, so the scope is actually, we can probably just override the URL maybe. So URL is equal to stream setting dot underscore path. Let's check routes. We only have one route that we want to do. So put, we want to do a put to stream setting. With stream setting or stream settings, the controller. Stream settings. Colon, put. Stream settings. Stream settings. Keep with the naming convention. Let's see what happens if I click save. So I did try to do a post, just partially to be expected. And I think I can say method put. I hope method put like that. Okay. Or is it now patch and I'm just screwing? That's update. Else not put update like that. There we go. All right, so we did hit the request. Let's see, so Stream settings, hit, cannot render console, processing. Update to the JS, load. So attempted to load the stream settings. 400, bad requests, parameter missing, param is missing or value is empty, stream setting. And that is probably to do with the controller settings. Close that, we don't need that. Because it's expecting stream setting. Is it because we overwrote this? What did it send it as? So it didn't scope it, it just said language. So I guess because I overrode the mode. Yeah, so just get rid of scope and go with stream setting. Let's auto-generate it to stream setting, so let's do it like that. Click save. Oh. There we go. Saudi Arabia. Save. Error, did you mean stream setting URL? Let's see. So went through here, inserted into the records, and then it did the... I think it attempted to do a redirect. Oops. Let's see. Stream settings. Oh. Yeah, so it did save it. It just errored out because of the controller is trying to do a render location stream, yeah. So we don't want to do any format JSON rendering back. We just want to respond back with the status okay. I think it's a status code format. Rails. Yeah, render nothing. Yeah, just head. That's what it is. I think that's how you can do it. And then, if not, render JSON with the JSON error and unprocessable entity. Okay. On line 8, unknown format. I guess doing that format nothing is better. Respond. Head. I guess I can do format. JSON. Just return back format JSON with status code of OK. Oh, syntax error. What do you mean status? What do you mean syntax error? Am I missing something here? Back. Looking pretty spot on. Oh, we're running over a little bit. Or... Alright, well, we're running out of time. We ran out of time. My JSON status. Kind of annoying. I guess because I have to do a render JSON. Let's see. Render JSON. Nothing. Like this. What's this angry about now? Line 21. Oh, what? Oh, because I undid so much stuff. There we go. Now that actually passes. Okay. All right, cool. We actually have user settings saving. We just need to get it to render on the UI next. For whatever reason, it's not picking it up. It's setting the selected value. So we have to do that next. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I got stuff to do. I will see you on Monday. So stay tuned until then. I hope you guys have a great evening. And bye-bye.